Let's see how Mike Perry is feeling less than 2 weeks later. Look at Mike looking tremendous. Mike, you look great, my man.
Thanks. What's up, bro? How you doing, Ariel?
I'm doing great. How are you feeling?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm just chilling. I guess this is where I'll be spending my time, either in bed or playing video games downstairs. Eating. I've been eating good. I think I'm getting pretty heavy. You know, chilling. I got drunk once or twice.
Well, you look good. I think that was one of those times was on Saturday night, right?
Yeah, when I was tweeting, watching the fight.
Yes, but it was very entertaining. Well done. How is the nose
Yeah, thank
feeling?
you. I, I don't know. All right, but like, I guess I shouldn't go to the gym and start taking punches. Uh, I just shouldn't. I don't want anybody, I can't really grapple. I don't know. I'm gonna go to the gym like Rip Hamilton though. I got an appointment tomorrow and uh I'm gonna ask the doctor for like a clear face mask that they
Yes.
wear in the NBA, and I'm gonna go to practice, and who knows, maybe I'll put a headgear on over it or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna try and get back to practice soon. I feel like there's a lot in my head right now that I could be learning, and while it's fresh, I don't know. It's something about after a fight, everything like just. I went to the gym the other day and I was watching the fighters spar, and it's like I could see everything, all these different ways, but I still can't. I can't judge a fight. Apparently, decisions are all over the place. I guess when fights are close, a lot of people can think a lot of different ways about the fight, and who wins and who doesn't. So that's the game.
Indeed. That was a great fight. I'm wondering, have you watched it?
My fight, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
And you think you won, right?
Yeah, but I get it. I for 13 and a half minutes, I was piecing him up, and he was staying tough in a tight guard, and my shots were getting through sometimes, but he was able to take them well, and he just kind of didn't do as much as I did. Like I did a lot, and I could have ran a lot more. I could have gotten out of conflict a lot more, and like he never brought the conflict to me. He never went first, and I went first a lot and tried to finish last a lot. Sometimes he would touch me. Maybe once on the way in, I'd use it to close the gap, hit him 3, 4 times, and then he touched me one more time on the way out, and you know, a lot of ineffectiveness. And then the fucking knee just looked like a little fairy. Like what the fuck, bro? It didn't look like anything. And my nose just got hit at the right angle. It went off, and I held on to it. Got the takedown. I guess I see a bad habit there when people throw with their lower body. I kind of tuck my chin so they can't knock me out. My head goes with my body. If my neck snaps, that's what knocks people out. So I guess I tuck, and I got to work on that. I got to work on finishing the takedown some more, or getting good takedowns, like slamming them on their head, or and then working for ground and pound position, because that's the sport of MMA. I see myself evolve quite a bit, but I like evolved more MMA, right? So I kind of lost some power on my striking. I felt like, or Luke. I mean, not to take away from Luke. He's just was tough as hell and big, and he could take my shots in a tight guard. He tucked his chin a lot too. So, maybe I needed to throw more wet noodles like Kobe or something. I guess.
When he hit you with that knee, do you remember what it felt like? Like, do you remember your nose breaking and what that felt like?
Yeah, it didn't really feel like anything at that moment. I knew he caused some damage. I knew that and I caught the leg, and I was like, damn, like you don't really feel it then. It's later. And then it ain't even really later. Later I felt the pain from them whatever they did in the back, sticking metal rods up my nose and cranking my face around trying to get my nose back in place. I felt that later. That gave me headaches. And I was like, oh my God. I thought, the recent deaths in boxing, I was like, damn, is my brain bleeding? I was like, am I gonna die? You know what I mean? And those real thoughts. I was talking with my boy Alex the Spartan. And we were both talking about that. He's had his jaw broke before, and he was like, I thought I was gonna die in the hospital. And
Yeah.
I was in the hospital, they couldn't even speak English. They was just telling me all this stuff in Spanish about what they were gonna do. Danielle was there. It was unbelievable. She could understand the Spanish so well. She had four doctors talking to her in Spanish.
Wow.
She would catch little words out, but I already figured I knew what they were gonna do. But when you think surgery, you think, oh man, are they about to cut my face open? Are they about to piece this back together like operation? No, it's not. I believe they just shoved some gauze up my nose and straightened it out, and here I am now.
There you are. How many
Get back
times
to
have
the
you
gym.
been shown that photo of you? Looked at that photo of you.
Uh,
Is it startling?
it's there. No, I mean,
This one.
is it what? It's startling. Ah, that one.
Yeah.
No, man, I was pissed. I fight 13 and a half minutes, great. And what did I do? I felt like maybe I didn't do anything. I didn't get lazy at the end. I feel like maybe I did get lazy or it was just a bad habit. Got me caught. And it wasn't a hard shot. It was just a shot that got in. And it did that to my nose. It was like it was otherworldly. It was like there were other parts being played. And, maybe that's just how I like to think of it. It's like I can't make an excuse for it, and I can't find an excuse for it. And there is no excuse, anyways. It's just back to the drawing board, like it always is. And like, why the hell didn't I win this one? I thought I was gonna win, but no matter how it felt, I was like, man, I beat this dude up and I stuck and moved, and I felt like I was almost Floyd out there, Floyd Mayweather, and then Floyd Mayweather's got the toughness to take a shot. So I showed that too, and they didn't give me the takedown. It doesn't. None of that matters. Dana called me and was like, it's not about what the judges think. Sometimes it's more so the whole world commenting and saying that they thought that I won the fight.
Right.
But at the same time, with my head feeling like that after they banged my nose around, I was like, man, I don't really feel like a winner, right? So I guess I can see why they give it to that guy. That guy was taking pictures after the fight. Would I have felt in less pain had they said I was the winner? Would I have got all this attention that I'm getting if they said that I was the winner? Or would it have gone the other way? Like, oh, they stole it from Luke. It's more so people saying maybe draw or Mike won, and but there's a few people that are like, they gave it to him because the nose, because the damage, and there's been fights like this all through history. So I just got to do even better. I can't make no excuses.
What about that
But
guillotine? That was incredible just to watch, like all the blood pouring out. How difficult was it to survive that? And did the blood help you survive it?
no, the blood didn't help me survive it. The blood made the guillotine tighter. The guillotine wasn't tight because, like, when he held onto my head, I knew my face was hurt, right? So I stayed in the guillotine because I was in there and I was like, he can't hit my face if he's holding on to my head. So I just tightened down on my neck and was like, he's never gonna choke me. But then I had to spit a bunch of blood out so I could breathe in. I went to breathe in and was drinking blood, so I spit it out first. That's why there was so much, right? It was either going down my throat or out my mouth. I couldn't breathe in my nose, so I just tried to calm down for a second, you know, control my heart rate, spit the blood out, get some sips of air in, and then when I went to fight the hands, I didn't want to just push my face up against him because I was like, my nose hurts. I don't want to hurt my nose on his body or his arms or anything like that. So I just waited for a good time to pull it out clean, Laying a couple shots on top, nothing too crazy. I should have, but there was only seconds left. I knew the bell was about to ring. I didn't see a point, and then I hear things like people judge a fight based on how they think the future might go. Oh, if there was a fourth round, it wasn't a fourth round fight.
Right.
It wasn't. It was a 3 round fight. You can't judge on the future. You don't know what's gonna happen. I could come out and I could land that jump front switch kick that I was throwing. I threw it twice in the fight, and I was this close to splitting his face open the way he did mine. He got his knee in there a little bit further, and it reached my nose. It pushed it to the side. Who knows? I come out first 4 seconds of the fourth round. If you want to guess, if you want to have ideas about how the future might go, if it's not positive in my direction, you fucking hating. What's the point of taking the shot? As they try to make it sound like it was better if I got knocked out. Fuck out of here.
Right. Well, by the way, what's wrong with your eye? Is there blood in
What's
it?
wrong with your nose, Ariel? There's
Uh,
nothing wrong with my eye.
okay.
It's just what happens when you take a couple shots.
Okay. Just curious.
It's
It look.
okay, bro. Don't get scared, man.
No, no. I didn't want to offend. One thing that you did mention that I think created a lot of headlines. You talked about your finances afterwards. How you like, you got this broken nose, but you don't have any money. Were you being serious about that?
No, I got money, but it's never enough. I
Sure.
can't go buy a $12 million yacht right now, and I would like to go smoke a blunt on a yacht with a party with my friends. And, but I can't do that right now. Maybe I could rent a pontoon boat and ride around one of the Florida rivers, but it ain't a yacht.
Right.
The music is just as good on a pontoon as it is on a yacht. Fuck it. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go ride a pontoon boat. I'm gonna go play some video games downstairs. I was saying that on my IG earlier. I need, I want, oh my God, bro. Before the fight, I wanted to take a break so bad. I don't know if that's just weight cut. And, you know, I don't really like leaving home nowadays. I like, because home is like my best life. That's where I live my best life at. I just relax. I chill on the couch. I play video games, watch movies, talk shit to my girl, and eat food, a lot of food, and drink whatever I want to drink, smoke whenever I want to smoke. But then when it's fight time, I got all these sacrifices that I'm making, and I'm like, man, I don't want to do this shit no more. But then as soon as I get to eat again, I'm like, damn, UFC coming to Tampa in a month or two. If they come into South Florida and they give me the opportunity to make another 100 grand, I should go ahead and jump on that. Obviously, that was the thought the day before my nose got rearranged.
Right.
But I was talking to Sean Shelby. He was like, "Oh, I'll keep a spot open for you." Well, now there's maybe I get more. What I wanted was I want to go to the fight and watch the show. I want somebody to put on a show for me. Santiago Ponzinibbio and Jorge Masvidal was there. Cage side, get to watch a good fight last night, or not last night too. The
Right.
other night too, probably I think with Borchina and Yoel. So I just want to go be a fan for a second. And it's weird how life is. Like I need to sit down right now, and because of that, I'm like acting like, oh, I want to get up and go work. But as soon as I gotta go up and go to the gym, I'm like, man, I don't want to do this.
Well, I saw in your tweets you were talking about Nate Diaz. Is that like a dream fight for you to fight him one day?
Sure, man. And man, he's a respectful martial artist, and he respects the game. And you get coming into the game, you kind of lose sight. Well, maybe I did. I can't speak for everybody, and I know I see a few guys did, as they come in and they don't get no respect, and they're like, "Well, this is a game. I gotta take my respect," and they're trying to let people know. I saying things like the things I used to say, or like dodging the opponent's handshake, like thought you had a friend. Boy, we here to fight. You know what I mean? And that's a good mindset to keep. But at the same time, when you get to the top and you got a guy like Luke Vicente who can take your shots and stand there and he keeps trying he keeps trying no matter how much I hit him, and I try to point away 15 minutes clean. And he just kept trying and he pushed a little further at the end and he got his shot to land and it did the damage he was looking for. I couldn't say he could do that again 9 out of 10 times. It's gonna be a different result. So it's just the sport, and I like what you said earlier. You text me. You was like, I'm technically above wins and losses right now in the sport, meaning people just want to watch me fight, but damn it, I'm trying to win.
I know.
I
That's
don't
just
know
a
how.
compliment
I just got to get back to work.
that's
That's the
just a
only
compliment
answer
to
I ever have.
your place in the sport. I know you're trying to win. I know you're not trying to lose fights. I was just trying to give you a compliment. There are some fighters I think that will always be beloved despite wins and losses as long as they keep giving the effort. I think you're one. I think Nate Diaz is one. I think Pettis is one. I think Cerrone is one. Like there's just some guys they're on the card. It's going to be fun, and I feel like you've reached that status. So that's all I was saying. In a perfect world though, like I know you were talking about 6 weeks and all that, you need to take some time off, right? Like 6 months is probably,
Six
the
months is too much.
too much. Okay.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Whoever I talked to on the phone, it was my manager, and I told him, because I'm in the hospital. I'm like, oh my God, my headache is ridiculous right now. Is this from punches? And I wasn't thinking, no, it's because they just banged around in my face. They probably had hammers and they were smacking my face with hammer and metal chisel to put my nose back in place. I feel that when I wake up. For 2 days, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta be off for 6 months. No, bones heal and harden in 6 weeks, and that's like, I don't know, physical therapy time. So if I'm gonna do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, try to diet, maintain a diet, but so then I can have cheat days when I want, and they're very enjoyable when you've been, you know, trying to stay healthy and not get too fat, not get out of shape. Try to stay ready to get ready, and as soon because this is my life, bro. This is what I do. If I'm My face was the last thing that I really loved on this fucking planet, and that motherfucker broke my nose, and I thought I was gonna look different. I do look a little different, right? But it is what it is, and if this is the life that I sat down with God and chose between me and Him, then this is the life that I chose, and I gotta deal with bad shit like my nose breaking, and I'm gonna deal with it the best way I can by staying in the game, maintaining and training and getting better every day that I can, and trying to get back and get more money in the ring. I'm enjoying the time in the ring so much these days. I thought I was about to smooth 15 minutes, just beat him up for 15, bro. And then the next minute and a half changed. But like, still, I thought I won the fight because 13 and a half minutes of just outpointing him, out moving him. I know people wanted me to stand in the middle and slug it out with him, but the old me might have done that. And, maybe it goes different, but I don't think so. I just thought that, the dancing and the moving, I'm just gonna stick with that. I'm gonna keep evolving. I keep saying the same shit over and over again. I guess it's the subject for me right now is like how that bad shit went for me and how I gotta come back from it. If I'm the comeback
You
kid,
will
then
be back.
baby, I ain't no damn journeyman.
I know.
I ain't no damn. And even if shit, I can't be a journeyman. And you talk about me and Cowboy Cerrone and Nate Diaz in the same sentences and shit, the type of fighters that I love to watch and always going to bring in, give their all, and put everything into it. And I just got here. Those guys have been here for 15 years. You talking about me with them? That was the goal at hand. So I just gotta stay here now, and I'm gonna have my time. There's no way I don't. I just keep getting better. I'm gonna be like one of these coaches that be like my coach Julian, who be holding me down. Speaking of coaching my team, shout out my boy Philly Fresh fighting on Dana White Contender Series tomorrow. He's my barber. I need a edge up.
All right, Mike. Well, you're the man. I love the fire. I love the fire. It's so good to see you back in good spirits. You will be back. I appreciate you doing this, Mike. Get well soon, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thanks for giving me a platform, man.
Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.